Meeting to order. I would like to have Amy introduce our special guest here this evening.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, it is my honor to introduce to all of you Mr. Robert Charles. Bob is a 99-year-old World War II U.S. Army veteran. He served from 1943 to 1946 in the China-Burma India campaign. Bob told me that he brought supplies, munitions, etc. to the Special Operations Jungle Warfare Unit Merrill's Marauders. He indicated that was a tough jungle warfare. It was very hot and humid and full of snakes. You drove a truck to the front line and back, and it was very dangerous work for you. Bob is a Grafton resident and a member of the Rose Harms American Legion, and Bob will be celebrating his 100th birthday on August 24th.
So Bob, you have the floor for a couple of minutes here. I hear you want to say a couple of words.
Well, I'm honored to be asked to come here and say the Pledge of Allegiance with all of you. I don't get a chance to say the Pledge of Allegiance that much anymore. I think the last time that I was saying the pledge was in the military. I'm sorry that we don't say it more and have it in our schools. I think I'm not trying to be a politician, right? Because I'm biased. But I do and think we need more discipline, and it would be nice if we could all say the Pledge of Allegiance and be prouder of our nation than we are today. I'm very proud of America. I love America. And there is no other country like it. I traveled most of my life in my working years, and it's just unbelievable what this nation has accomplished. But on the other hand, I look back, and the only way that we're going to get out of this mess is with hard work. People are not working. They are not earning their way. We have too many government programs that are subsidizing families and bringing in people who are getting help that our own people need. And so I don't want to again talk politics, but I do want to say the Pledge of Allegiance with all of you. If you would join me.
We will stand.
Thank you.
Bob, go ahead.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of
the United States
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
for all.
the justice for all.
Thank you for your service.
Bob, I'm not gonna let you get out of here without a token of our appreciation.
Bob, he's talking to me. Yeah, I'm hard of hearing, can't see.
Everybody with you, but I'm 30 years behind you. So this is.
Got a seat up there for you, Bob. You're kidding. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Nice meeting you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Carmen, roll call here. Please record trustees, department and officials. We'll go to minutes. We'll look for a motion in a second to approve the July 15th, 2024 Village Board, and to file the May 22nd, 2024 Joint Library Board, May 22nd, 2024 Parks and Rec Board, the June 24th, 2024 Joint Library Board, June 25th, 2024 Planning Commission, the July 23rd, 2024 Joint Review Board meeting minutes as presented. We have to leave the door open.
Yep.
We'll get through that. Need a motion in a second.
Motion to approve and file.
A second.
A motion and second. Any changes, additions, corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that motion carries. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak on a non-agenda item? We've got you coming up here, so I think we'll be okay. All right, hearing none, we'll go to business presented as the president. All business is presented in the usual fashion. We'll go to item number 6 was resolution and ordinance action items, reporting of the Planning Commission. Jessica, would you care to discuss item number 1?
Yes, this is for the Phase 6 final plat at Shady Hollow subdivision. This is for 13 lots on the northeast side of the subdivision.
Very good. And given this is a resolution, we'll need to have a author of a motion in a second to bring this to the board for a vote.
I'll offer.
Motion.
Second.
We have an author of motion into second. Any discussion on resolution for Shady Hollow subdivision, Phase 6, final plat with conditions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll go to Jessica, to the ordinance amendments to the zoning board.
Yes, we had a variety of proposed minor amendments to the zoning ordinance. We had one clarification on a definition of lot line. We also clarified the intent of the rural holding zoning district. We added electric vehicle charging station exterior and electric vehicle charging station interior to the list of the types of uses that are regulated by the zoning ordinance. We are getting some more interest, obviously, in those types of uses and wanted to make sure that we had regulations and a procedure for those land use types. We also made, Planning Commission is recommending removal of some location requirements for exterior ATMs. Made some other minor changes to seasonal outdoor display. And then made some clarifications to the landscaping standards as well.
Very good. This is not a resolution, but we will need a motion to approve zoning ordinance amendments as presented be approved. I'll need a motion in a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Yes, Lisa.
I just have, I think Jessica, just one minor typo on page 1. Under number 97 lot line. The second sentence, in the case of a lot which has 2, is that supposed to be 4 or more?
Yep. Thank you.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, and the motion carries. We'll go to report of Parks and Recreation Board. Number 1, acceptance of a donation of 5 wayfinding signs from Zindath Selva Kumar to be placed in Limekiln Park. Jesse?
Absolutely. In accord with village policy as recommended by the Park and Recreation Board, we have wayfinding signs to be constructed and donated by an Eagle Scout. With that, just following procedure to formally accept the donation. Director Hoyer is here and can speak to the specifics of the project, but again, simply following the donation policy that has been adopted by the village.
Very good. We'll need a motion in a second.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
A motion in a second. Any discussion, questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that motion carries. Well, next to acceptance of a donation of 2 portable ADA accessible raised garden beds from Alexander Irato to be placed at the multi-purpose senior center. Same thing here,
A
Jesse?
similar situation where we have a very gracious donation and some skilled craftsmanship by a scout that is looking to provide two ADA accessible raised garden beds for our senior center.
Would that scope be in attendance? No? Okay, very good. All right, I'll need a motion and a second, motion and a second to accept the donation of two portable ADA accessible raised garden beds from Alexander Durato to be placed at the MSC.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Seeing none at this time, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, that motion carries. We'll go to number 3, which is a motion, a multipurpose senior center membership fee increase.
Yes, this item is being recommended by the Park and Rec Board in an effort to help offset operating costs of our multipurpose senior center. In 2010, fees were increased from $5 to $10. And that said, there has been the last increase, it appears to have been in 2021. With that, surveying nearby communities, we believe the proposed increase is in line and it is not exorbitant by any stretch. That said, it is being recommended to the village board to increase the annual membership fee by $5 per person annually. That would change from $15 for village residents up to $20, and from $25 to $30 for an annual membership for non-residents beginning January 2nd, 2025.
Very good. I'll need a motion and a second, bring that to the table for discussion.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion or questions on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that motion carries. Jesse, let's take care of village administrators report.
Absolutely. Handful of items for the village board this evening. We are in the home stretch of the pool season. The Family Aquatic Center will remain open through August 25th. A Flick and Float event, which was rained out earlier in the summer, has been rescheduled for August 23rd. Please keep your eye out as we will be advertising that rescheduled event. The westbound traffic signal on Highway 60 at the intersection of Cheyenne and Highway 60 was unfortunately struck and knocked down last week. That said, the village-owned traffic signal was attached to a We Energies light pole. This is where it starts getting complicated. Director Thomas is working through the replacement of not only the light pole, but also the traffic signal. However, it turns out that apparently We Energies no longer allows this type of arrangement whereby installing traffic signals on We Energies poles. That said, that is one wrinkle to the situation. Director Thomas is working with We Energies to address that. However, the lead time for a replacement pole of this type is about 5 to 6 months. So the long and short of it, we are exploring options like a temporary signal, if that might be warranted or what have you. Thankfully, there is limited impact to the traffic signalization at the intersection with the loss of this pole and signal. But that said, it is something that staff is working through diligently and with a lot of communication with We Energies, who is not necessarily being cooperative. But we will look to rectify that situation as quickly as possible. The village has received its preliminary equalized value and net new construction reports from the state of Wisconsin. The village of Grafton saw an 8% increase in its total equalized value from last year. Port Washington and Thiensville saw similar increases. Our net new construction here in the village of Grafton saw a 2.7% increase, which was one of the higher rates in the county. While it's great to see the village grow and continue to thrive, these upticks need to put into a little bit of context, and I apologize for being a damper on this good news, but the fact of the matter is, while an 8% increase in total equalized value and almost a 3% increase in net new construction only have minimal impact on our overall tax levy cap and expenditure restraint limitations, because our overall equalized value is just over 2.17 billion with a B as a village. So the long and short of it is, yes, we saw some significant growth. However, our overall valuation is very significant. Therefore, it only impacts our ability with regards to the tax levy cap and expenditure restraint program by a small amount. So good news, but measured. Last but not least, it is expected at the next village board meeting that Village President Delort will not be able to attend. Therefore, a president pro tem will need to preside over the meeting. That said, by code, if the village president is absent at the designated time for any meeting, the village clerk can call the meeting to order and preside until the village board shall by motion select an acting president for that meeting. So I'll send out this code section to the village board. But that said, in the event of President Delort's absence, basically staff will call the meeting to order, and then the village board will have to move and second and vote on a president pro tem to run the meeting. So with that, that is my report for the evening.
Very good. Thank you very much, Chelsea. We'll go to licenses. We'll look to approval to issue operator licenses. There appear to be several licenses here, mostly due to BSG Lounge, one for the Hutch, one for the Target, all recommended by the chief of police. Chief Caponera has looked all this over and has no objections. Look for a motion in a second.
I'll second.
Motion in a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll go to the acknowledgement and approval for Sahala Ale Works LLC, 1505 Wisconsin Avenue, Suite 170, Grafton, to sell beer and fermented malt beverages at Grafton K9 Foundation fundraiser on September 15, 2024, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Centennial Park. Chelsea, quick description there.
Absolutely. As prepared by our clerk's office, Sahala is considered a brewery through the state of Wisconsin and therefore is licensed through the state rather than the municipality. That said, the brewery can operate off-site locations, either permanent or temporary. However, that does require village board action. With that, Sahala is looking to participate as part of the Grafton K9 Foundation fundraiser scheduled for September 15th at Centennial Park. That is off premise, obviously. That said, the acknowledgement and approval from the village board is required in order for the ability to obtain approval by the Department of Revenue to actually get this, for Sahala to actually get the temporary second location permit. Therefore, it is requested of the village board that an action be taken to acknowledge and approve Sahala Ale Works ability to sell beer, fermented malt beverages at the Grafton K9 Foundation fundraiser event as described in the IFC.
Very good. Thank you, Chelsea. We'll need a motion in a second. Move this forward.
I'll make the motion to approve. Second.
Motion in second. Any questions? I do have a quick question here. It appears that we're going to need to complete the for municipal use only. Carmen, are you aware of that? On this? If you do need a signature from me, please let me know as soon as possible so I can get that done. I'm not sure if we do or don't.
Said all of this is.
She'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, motion in second. Question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Then motion carries. Let's go to report of bills. I didn't see anything.
Sure.
Any questions? Well, let's get a motion in second. Approval of village expenditures of $1,786,369.37.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions regarding this? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, and that motion carries. Look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.